Melissa Mensah is a Ghanaian American, a proud Ghanaian American born in New York City 50-something years ago. I moved to Ghana permanently about 15 years ago, and I'm licensed as an attorney both in Washington, D.C. and here in Accra, Ghana. I started off my legal career here in the office of Mr. Amakai Matefio as the managing solicitor. But within a short period of time, I branched off on my own, and I've been doing mostly consular law issues and corporate transactions, land transactions, those types of things. In recent years, I've had the interest in producing events. And I found an events company called Accra Premium. It actually started off as a website, and it was designed as a way for me to showcase the nicest things in town, the best restaurants, hotels, food and drinks companies, venues, the best experiences in Accra, and basically blog about my experiences. So Accra Premium grew from a website to an annual event. I decided once a year I would bring together all of these companies that I identified as being the best companies, and we would have a tasting event, a day of tasting where families could come together and sample from each of these different restaurants. And that event is called the Accra Food Festival. Accra Premium has presented the Accra Food Festival 6 consecutive years since we've established it, so I'm very proud of that. And we've worked with over 100 of the top companies here in Ghana, embassies and major companies, small crafters, showcasing the best of Ghana to an avid audience of food and wine lovers. I produce Accra Premium events primarily with my 2 children, my son and my daughter. My son is a DJ. He's called DJ Dirty Cursive, and he's the musical director for the company. So any music that you hear on our videos, he produced it. And my daughter, she's essentially my right-hand man, but she's really my substitution brain. She runs most of the administration functions for Accra Premium. And together we produce the Accra Food Festival, the Embassy Chef Showcase. They produced an event called the Day Party GH, which is a very popular brand for entertainment here. And additionally, I'm a hair professional. I've created a colorful hair line called Candy Crochets. And what we do is we provide colorful hair that's worn by a lot of the very fashionable girls in town. So Sister Deborah is one of our main spokespeople, and Official Kwame, he's a DJ. He tends to wear our hair colors. Aziza, the singer. Juliet Ibrahim is one of our models. So we provide colorful hair for people who like to express themselves, their braids in a different way. So I consider myself a sort of unicorn maker. So who is Melissa Mensah? She's a lawyer, she's an event curator, and she's a unicorn maker. A typical day in my life is completely atypical because I do so many different things. With those 3 different hats that I've told you about, I'm facing different obligations at a time. If you asked me this 2 weeks ago, my day would have been heavily focused on preparing for the Accra Food Festival, talking to vendors, talking to the different artists that participate in the event, talking to the suppliers, working with the venue, doing our social media updates. But oddly enough, many of the functions that I have to do in all of my activities is handled on my handset. So a lot of my days these days is spent working on my handset. My own background in food starts from my own grandmother's household. My grandmother was from the South in America, and she was an excellent cook. And from her and a lot of the women that I grew up with, I learned very strong rules about cleanliness, about the quality of the food, wholesome ingredients that you put into the food that you prepare. The food must be not only appealing to the eye, but also very appealing to the taste. And I would expect from the contestants that they demonstrate a high attention to cleanliness, a high degree of curiosity on how they can present the food in an appealing and appetizing way. That I'd like to see that they've done research to see the way that food is presented in 2019. I don't want to keep seeing the same boring presentation of food. I'd like to see cleanliness coupled with curiosity and creativity. My final word to the contestants is that I like nice things, and I especially want my food to be nice. So I hope that they really use their best skills to demonstrate to me that they love the food that they're preparing. And if they're communicating their love in their food, I'm sure it will be nice. So let them be clean, let them be consistent, let them be creative, let them cook with love, and I'm sure it will be nice.